Hey, what is up, my guys? This is Skyrim Nest here, and we are back playing some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where we're going to finish off episode 3 of Ace Attorney, the first Phoenix Wright game. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching, even if it is just for a second. I really appreciate it. So just give me a moment to finish setting some stuff up, and we'll get around it. Un momento, por favor. Un momento. What? Is one in French, but I don't know what moment is in French. In meme? I don't think that is right. Anyway. Let's check the sound. Sound is good. Alright. Sound is good. That's good. I'm very good. Alright, bitrate. Of course it's low at the moment, but it does say excellent as well. Because it's just a shining. Anyway, let's get started. Just a heads up, we're going to be finishing episode 3. And then I'm sorry for anybody who wants to see episode 4 and 5. Because Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii just came out, and I've played all the Yakuza games. So after I finish this episode, we'll be playing Yakuza for like next month until I finish it, maybe platinum it, and then we'll be come back to this to finish off the rest of these games and episodes. So let's get going and finish this episode. Episode 3, Turnabout Samurai, Day 3, Trial. Let's go. October 19th, 9:42 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really? It's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going to get into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today! It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Alright, we're heading into the trial, where we've got no evidence at all. October 19th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today I would like to show evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be like that. I wonder if it'll be like that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Oh, this guy, I hate him. Ugh, disgusting. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I am the director. I make the Steel Samurai new brothel. Yeah, I don't like him. Salmonella. Salmonella. I am director. Television. We are at Global Studio. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. Powers is innocent. You know what that means. If someone in the trailer on that day did it, right? She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Witness testimony the day of the murder. I was at the studio from 9 that morning. During the morning I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I'm trying to figure out this guy's voice again. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. No, that's Russian. That's what I did for the lady. But I had the meeting in the studio trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, the day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. Is that when you always came into work? Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, freeway, I don't know what that means. I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action sequence. Were you? You weren't there. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheating on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. And why is that? Why did it go on for so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? I keep going back to Russian. Alright, thus the limp. Which of course led to me losing lunch. Ruffs. I don't know what these... What does he keep saying? Ruffs rolling on the floor, starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. Disgusting face. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's a contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. 2 sets of... There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the one in the employee area. I remember that. Who ate lunch there? A good girl. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I can't bother 2 voices. I'd suspected as much. Because I can't remember the voice I did for him. It was German. Ja. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break. No, I've lost it. We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then, drool. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We were in the meeting until around 4. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turned to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. So it's, what's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, ruffle. Well, Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Oh, Edgeworth is laughing. Witness testimony, the break. Yeah, whiff, we took a break, Ruffle. It was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 2. 12. What? Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. Stop with your tongue. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. Steams. He's steaming? I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Cross-examination, the break. Break. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45 PM. The murder was at 2:30. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Edgeworth is not saying anything for some reason. It was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh right, the other one was D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 50 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honour, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? Yeah! Why not? If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Rat. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4, the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Whoa, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright. Then I'm afraid you lose this round. Ooh. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Oh crap, I messed up! Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we do indeed have a decisive evidence, a witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. It's the boy! The boy we found. Order? I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. October 19th, 11:04 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere. After all. You. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Alright, back to the trial. October 19th, 11:15 AM. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. He barely reaches it. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Of course, guards have that. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness? What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, I mean Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You are present. You were at the Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. Why have they allowed him to bring a katana in here? What, Pops? You want me to tell you in the grounds with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer being a gentleman myself. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you say you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. Cody's camera, you do your camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Witness testimony, witness's account. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost in the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. You didn't have your camera, but you had your camera with you all the time. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Cross-examination, witness's account. I want to see Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh. My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I found him up on the internet and went to the studios that day. Was that the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day, and that's the security lady. That security lady's always yelling. Right, please continue. Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you? Cut me off all the time. Jeez. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path. Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Buster Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. Yeah, the music is quite good, isn't it? I love these games. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Wait. Alright, let's pull out this one. The Steel Samurai. Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? Totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know, he was kind of far away. He's been awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. No, that guy really died. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really. I guess the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix. Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Alright, let's check our court record. Mia is one tough lady. Time of death 2:30 PS by spear. Dragging one leg 2 PM. Maybe it's the kid wearing this. They both look... I don't know actually. Guide map. Ooh, wrong thing. Skip this, I've seen all this. You always carries it. You said you always carry it. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? That face. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? The judge is an old man. He don't know nothing. Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child, sir. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? Oh, there's his little box. So, did you have a camera? And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. A murder. He was watching a murder. What I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Cross-examination, what I saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me. You just said you didn't have your camera with it. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you're watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kind of don't remember. Well, surely you'd remember the evil magistrate. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? Then, the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, a samurai chop, a samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Press him harder. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. Reversal objection. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order? Order! Mr. Wright! How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? I don't think we can show evidence. We've got nothing to support that. He was watching something else, he couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably. Probably something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. I'm doing the Judge 30 with his voice. That's right, I am. Thanks. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof. Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Do you have another explanation for this? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why would he watch the climax of the fight? Your Honor, I have evidence. Oh, I just wanted to see if I could look at the evidence. I could have done that with court record. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? The monkey head? It might have crashed. Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Ha! Lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I'll ask you the question again. We have ascertained. He couldn't watch it. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Alright, that makes more sense. Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? So it is something to do with the evidence. You're on a dive. What could it be? Oh, he's still learning how to use it. He was trying to use the camera. Here's my proof. What's that, the camera? The witness stated that he recently received his camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? I'll chop your head off with my katana. Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way you could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. It is a reach, but it's allowed. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well, Cody. Could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Witness testimony. No photo? Are you stupid? Do you not know how to use a digital camera? Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. I swear. I think that was the last bit. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. No photo cross-examination. I don't think we need to do anything there. Escape from the clutches of the villains. So did you see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? Well, I guess Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. So I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But then the lens wouldn't open, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened, yep. I don't think that is all that happened. That's all? Yeah! I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have, once I got that lens open. Really not even take a picture. Nah, he would have definitely taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers, okay? Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but I was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Because Mr. Edgeworth told me to. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes? It's just short testimony. There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Let's check evidence. I mean, I didn't. He died at 9. The guy died at 2:30. I never questioned this one. Pops. Yeah, I called you Pops back here, geezer. That's what I hear about girls. Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. That doesn't make sense. He was moving strangely. Maybe if I click the wrong thing. Present this picture with him dragging one leg. Yeah. It was the security camera. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Maybe it's the last thing. You show this book where he has it. Maybe this one? Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Uh-oh, alright. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Whizam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's perfect. It's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all of his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order? Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. What a truth it is! Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Cody Hackins is a cool last name. Tell the truth, the bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No! No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied instead. The Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth! Stupid little boy. Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. We pushed too hard. Let's keep going anyway. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight. Right. Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Everybody lies when they're on this trial, even about stupid stuff. Even if it don't matter. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we've all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Steel Samurai was the victim. There was no victim. Hammer was the victim. Steel Samurai. There was clearly a victim. Somebody died. Hammer was the victim. That is what we believe. But I think Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, saying that man in the costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying. Jack Hammer was present at the actual scene run through that morning. Thus he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. Remember what Mrs. Olbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Mr. Old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Yeah, the little old lady was crazy lady. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Bro, you the guy saying go easy on the kid. Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. Yeah, he just pulled the photo out of nowhere once he knew it wasn't the Steel Samurai they lost. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence, except that spear has duct tape on it. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in the photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Well, ooh, what could it be? It's obviously this thing. Present. Oh wait, it's Studio 2! You seem to be lacking even more confidence than usual. I suppose that's because I'm not confident about it. They're at Studio 2. Present. I think it's here. You seem to be lacking even more confidence than usual. I suppose that's because I'm not confident about it at all. Maybe you want to rethink your case, Mr. Wright. Yes, please, Your Honor. I pointed at the 2. I guess I'll point at the 2 up here then. It is the 2, right, that I'm pointing at. Your Honor, look at this. Oh, because the other one was backwards. I see, a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Oh yes, well it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible! Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court, stupid judge. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Studio 2! Here, at Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path is blocked. The trailer is there. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. Salmonella. In other words, the victim went to the Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Order! Defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer for some reason stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me the proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprisingly, I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jackhammer stole the costume. Edgeworth is slow in the head, bro. Here's an empty bottle of sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Ham and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle? An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacker's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbang may have been the victim, Miss Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? That's probably the more important. Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Damn, I thought that everything was going to end at this trial, but I guess not. Very well, court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course, we're kidding. We're not. Are you sure? I was a kid. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Alright. Another day of investigation, and then we'll find the truth. I really thought it was going to end today, but each episode seems to get longer and longer. I did save this, right? Alright, let's go to the next one. October 19th, 3:27 PM. Wright and Cole Law Officers. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! She's back. So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. One of the initial trial system. Tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yep, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. As always, we look at everything. We examine everything we can. I'm clicking a bit too fast though. And then we'll have a little talk with her, the Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what you have to find out. The director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the serial scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What?
Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is there. So no, I have no just anything. Right. Maybe we should go to talk to the WP, Willpowers, right. I don't need to present her anything. Let's go to the detention center. October 19th, detention center, visitors room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Thanks. So could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. As always, we've got the god here. He's frozen in all Willpowers. Then we've got the camera. Smile for the camera. But let's talk to the dude. Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? The producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios were on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumours anyhow. Something's off there. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him, and not everyone knows the same name, Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jumpy, yes, hi, and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Because he's fat! I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business, but he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Something must have happened. You know anything about this? Hey, look at this. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? Never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. Fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much of these kids, you know. Anything about the monkey? Alright, let's go to the main gate. That's the old lady. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. The old windbag show is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. I think her guard's down. Yeah, I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. So we got the van. We got the gate. We've got the notice board. We've got the guard station. Then we've got the computer. It's been turned off. Let's talk to the lady. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. The studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. What about Director Manila? Can I ask you about him? Sal, he's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Yeah, he's a little freak. Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. What about Mr. Hammer, then? You love him? What about Mr. Hammer? Ugh. Heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal. A thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. Listen to me, whippersnapper. My old... Poor old Miss Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. He didn't do it to sneak by you. I don't think we can do anything there. Let's go to employee area. October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can see them film later, I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Wonder if there's any other clues down there. Yeah. No touching. It's Gumshoe. Did he just smack us? Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. Yeah, I guess it could be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Security cameras, so she saw him limping on there. They know the fake I just kicked off again, that poor assistant. I can't click the step loader. See anything else? I was trying to look in the bin. Now let's talk. The plate. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the freezer and eat it to see if you fall asleep. But I have the capability to make a cursory examination right here. My science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills. See if there's traces, it'll change colour. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you aiming for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colour, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate found in the employee area on it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, detective? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. It makes sense that the pills were in the food, because if it was in the drink, you can tell a drink tastes different when something's in it. But you can't really tell with food. You'd be like, it's a bit spicier, or something like that. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Or maybe Powers just like the steak better. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa, talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yep, crushing paper cups, bottles. So what happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. Sounds right. Sleeping pill bottle found on the table in the employee area. Bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Anything about this? Nope. Nothing about this. You're being very free with your information today, detective. Well, don't go tell anyone on the spot, but if I was kind of impressed with today's trial too. Most lawyers would give up after that director's inquiry. Or whatever. I think it has been anyone but you. Powers would be done for by now. Detective about the bottle. For that, talk about embarrassing, pal. Can't believe I missed out on my first week of evidence. Don't know how I can apologise to Mr. Edgeworth. It's a bit tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Let's check the dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for what you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! So we've got the window. Got the bed. Oh, sorry, I haven't cleaned up here yet. Got the costumes. Got the snacks. not spiky today. The wig used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Willpower's bag. Put all WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. Alright, let's talk. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yep, on the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumour must be true then. The rumour? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt. What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during the filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set. Was that the trailer part of the film set then? The last episode. What do you mean the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that the Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Studio policy. Why aren't they going to make kids show anymore? The big wigs don't want the Steel Samurai around. They want to forget all about it. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love it? It's okay, I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. Can't be true. The program ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that the Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about the accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? That's why Mr. Hammer would do anything for Miss Vasquez. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. She'll talk. Tell us anything about this. What about this? What's that? An empty bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Now I'm really confused. Let's go back to the guard station. Why are you still thinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to get Hammer. What do you think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to flop at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep safe distance. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Where did you hear it from? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols. Nick. Penny Nichols, the sister we talked to. Alright. Then we heard about the incident. It was during the filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man. He didn't he? Whippersnappers dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costumes. The sleeping bag. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle? What's proof? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof on... Well, it's in the steak. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch. Yeah? So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. soul bag? Okay, you in, I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. You're right, 5 years ago there was an accident, a fatal accident. What's worse, the paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, it caused quite a stir. Guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. Well, look at her, of course she does, Italian mafia. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. We have to understand. Poor Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Soul bag. Hold on a minute. Poor soul bag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Oh, we spotted those back before. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence. And that's Vasquez there as well. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo showing an accident involving Jack Hammer. Thanks for the photo. Let's move back to the employee area to see if we can present this to anyone. Gumshoe must have left. He's probably thinking about what to do to my style. I bet Edward's pretty angry with him. This must have gone off somewhere. The stuff must have come by shock. Alright, so all those people have left. Time to go outside Studio 1. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer. Got the camera. The bench. One, just, there you go. Then we've got the monkey. Then we've got the entrance. But I don't have the entrance the car key anymore, so I can't go in. Outside Studio 2. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. There's Miss Vasquez. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Hi! Hello! You should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. So you've got the light van. We've got the incinerator. This is the number in Cody's photograph. This is where D, Vasquez and Salmonella ate food. They also ate T-bone steaks. I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know. Can't say what I do. This is where that guy died. There's some flowers here. It's pretty, they take a good... And let's talk to the lady. Excuse me. Miss Tammy came here on the day of the murder and... Shush. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Will Powers. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of it anyway. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. Miss, my fey blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh dear. Director Manella. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. You must talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? Oh dear. See this? Maybe you should look at the photo. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? I will. Old bag. Old. She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, it's because you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Okay. Wonder where Mr. Salmonella is. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? It's Vasquez. You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing the kids' show for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. That's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. So, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You were pressured him. I did think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me ruin his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. The security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer, you see. Jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises too. That's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Oh shit, she brought in her mafia friends. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Yeah, she brought us in the trailer to kill us, man. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? Because it's her dirt as well. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that, where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, a race away. No! Oh, what's gonna happen? Hold it right there. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Yes, Gumshoe. He's actually useful for once. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal, just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. I don't know what psych lock is. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. Who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Alright, now it's to trial where we're going to try and pin the murder on D. Vasquez. That investigation happened much quicker than it usually does. Maybe that's because I'm not doing the stupid voices anymore. I've hurt my throat really. Like, for the last 3 episodes, I've done voices, and my voice is kind of gone. I'm going to have to stop the voices. I can't help it. I'm guessing psych lock is something that happens in the other games. This is the first 3 games. Ah, to get through people's secrets outside of court. That's what my pendant is for, psych lock. Well, I don't know when that's introduced, but this is the first ever game for Phoenix, right? So we've got Ace Attorney, then Justice for All, and then Trials and Tribulations. That's the first trilogy. And we're on Ace Attorney. Alright, let's go with the final day trial. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Don't worry about it. It's time for trial. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defence will be able to present the decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Yesterday's session, the defence presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Obviously, he's always behind them and everything. You may call your FS witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls Mrs. D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Mr. Edgeworth is on edge indeed. Look at her. How's she smoking in here? This is a courtroom. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm producer for Global Studios. The day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. She might have dirt on the judge. Somebody else had dirt on the judge. This guy's a dirty guy. Never found out what the dirt was. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Witness testimony, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer a little bit before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp, it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30 we took a 50-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey head toppling over. Van. Manella used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Cross-examination, the day of the murder. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? Nope. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness does not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. Same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Where exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try to remember? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Mr. Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me into Studio 2 van. Alright. 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kind of wish she had said a little bit more. It's hard, I think she's pretty used to being the boss. I'm pretty sure you'll find something kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. what can disprove this? This? Oh no, I got it wrong. She entered the trailer a little before noon. Meeting began at 12, ended at 4. There was a rehearsal afterwards, so they went to Studio 1 after 4. It's fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. This maybe? I don't know what it could be. Entered the trailer a little before noon. Meeting began at 12, ended at 4. There was rehearsal afterwards at 5, so after 4 they left and went to the thingy. Till 4 o'clock, so that makes sense. Evidence that proves she doesn't eat the steak. I don't get it. What could it be? Hold on a sec. The murder was at 2:30. This is a photo of it happening. No, wait. This guy took a photo of this one. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement on it. But I was sure it was that. Or maybe it's the death thing. 2:30. Pierced by a spear. It's gotta be this then. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honour. How exactly? It is! She had the break at 2:30. The murder happened there at 2:30. She didn't eat the steak. Oh, right. I was on the wrong one, thank you. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honour. What? I'm nearly... No, I can't risk anymore. I need to think this through. The only thing I can think of is to show the stake. But this is Will Power's stake from the employee area. Oh shit, I forgot I didn't have no health remaining. I might have fucked this up. I fucked it up. Shit. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further plug the trial. Uh-oh. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, guilty. God damn it, just because I questioned you too many times. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. Court is adjourned. No! Don't tell me I've got to start this whole thing over again. Alright, let's rush to this bit again. We're just gonna skip all of this. Alright, let's go. Well, I didn't even get that far. I think she got tripped up on the first hurdle. It didn't take that long to get back to where I was. Alright, let's try the T-ball. The only thing I could think is maybe this steak, which has sleeping pills in it. Ha! Oh, I guess it was. That's stupid. That doesn't make no sense at all. As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there was no bones left on the plate. The plates were bare. Ooh, she really pulled that face. Miss Vasquez, tell me how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like the incinerator. I see. Then that was Miss Vasquez doing... What was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai, picking on Salmonella, no. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Phoenix is taking leaps after being lost. Just making jumps in conclusions. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. He got it from a steak and he's like, you did it! Because it's steak! Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. She never does anything with her own hands. She has cleaners. Yeah, she has mafia people. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use a heavy spear as a woman? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? How did he come to that conclusion? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove this samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. How the hell is he proving this? The duct tape? I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? It was the fence! Would I make a claim that like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Afraid your confidence could sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. It's the fence! Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. It's all coming together. Order, order! If I can't have ordered, this child will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post has pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Yeah, we got you! We got you, lady! Mr. Wright, continue! It's 2:30 PM on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the studio trailer. Then she did it! She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence! Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 50-minute break? You and Salmonella with the van. How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to the Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could you have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it. You'd be oh wait, I didn't mean it like that. I meant with the car. People think they're allowed to spend things, they can do amazing things. No, they're all laughing at me. I won't have any me. She had another way. The car. Well, she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands. For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 50 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how that she carried the body. Bam! The van she just told us about a bit ago. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony? There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, right? Don't forget it was Sal Manelli that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manelli was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manelli has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. Oh my! They probably burnt it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? That doesn't happen very often. Yeah, the music and the background music on this game is great. Especially when you do an objection or like when you stop putting the case together and it's like... Except there's no music right now. So, what happens next? Me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost, something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean Lee Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Is she gonna admit it? Nothing's happening. Who could say? Oh shit. Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What the hell? Come on, I've got a dead to rights. How is she getting away with this? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts. Of course it's as the witness says. She's doing your job for you. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! It comes to the phone to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth is doing it? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honour. I didn't. Ah, I didn't. See, very well. I'm doing the same. No. Your Honour, I requested the witness testify again, just like I did. You're the prosecutor, you know. Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honour? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last 7 minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see the point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, we're doing the same thing. Indeed, readily, I say. Ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realised she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth. He's an okay dude sometimes. After finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the Miss Security lady, when we found the body.
The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, but Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised. Your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key, you need to twist the truth out of her. Right. Cross-examination after finding the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Pam in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? Witness will continue your testimony. Their sister was there too. His father was taking a nap, correct? So he says. No one got to call him? Remember? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Oh, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting to that location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived at the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Old bag. Security lady. Why does security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him go towards the studio. Right. Steel samurai. Did the detective arrest Powers solely based on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seemed to have given the detective that photograph. Of course I heard that it's after the fact. Photograph, meaning not the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything I can use. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Asked to be left out? Yes. Seems everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot of riding on it with those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I'm back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes. Yeah, they're quite valuable. I wouldn't have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Yeah, I guess. Objection! Your Honour, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Good, Edgeworth, I'm glad you saw it. Because Phoenix didn't, but I picked up on it. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. But she didn't even go to find the body until after she left. She should have took the script with her. Did you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Nice, Edgeworth, nice. Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defence? He's just going for the guilty person. I appreciate the concern, Your Honour. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Namasphere Scales. Do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defence. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstand me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Huh? Very well, the witness will change the testimony to reflect this reason. I knew the hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scene, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on here, or everything we've been done till now will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. What the hell is it? How do you know about the injury? Sal told me, the director. What have I got? I won't believe I was pierced through the chest by a spear. That's not right. He's dragging one leg. The murder weapon and breaking the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Block the path to the scene of the crime between 12:15 and 4 PM. Claims every victory seen in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Cordios carries it, there's still willing to use it, so there's an accident involving Jackhammer. Bears Jackhammer's fingerprints. What the hell could it be? Silent and the oldest ski lady only found the body. System was there, only Powers was absent. Maybe I can maybe I can say she knew about the pills. I don't think I got it right. The witness statement is what the hell could it be? I really don't know what it could be. I was with Sal and Obag, the security lady, when we found the body. The system was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. I'm so confused, what could it be?
Wait. It's not Hamid that was injured, right? It was Powers. This one? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Okay. She says Hammer, how? But it's obviously Powers. Powers photo when it's Hammer's. Okay, it's this one. Oh yeah, the music stopped. It's this one. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? That's right, we got it. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through this morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah, and when he was doing this, well, it would have to have. When was he doing this? It would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez. You met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Haha, gotcha! Gotcha, beat! Gotcha, baby! Order, I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see, sneak out this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. What is it now? Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There's a reason it isn't clear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? It's the photo, right? It's the photo. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. This 5-year-old photo. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed on him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. You're talking about motives here. Yeah, you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if
As if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Miss D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. Blackmail goes two ways. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. What would I have in evidence? She didn't have a motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. He had the motive. He tried to kill her. He was pretending to be Will Powers. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Will we just help this lady? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh, damn, she snapped her thing. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. Self-defense? It was me. The self-defense wasn't an issue, really. It was the blackmail and all that other stuff. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! She loved Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! I can't do it. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Fears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty! Yeah! We did it! That is all. This court is adjourned. We did it. October 20th, 11:12 PM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. And now I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why. Tell me why he ain't nothing. Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Path to glory? It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Because Mr. Hammer was a big star once. He was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Still, you're a good guy. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Actually, they finished that, haven't they? Can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Oh, Edgeworth showed up. Ooh, he looks like a Sasuke Uchiha. Say something, right? I'm not going good at small talk. Huh? What? Phoenix was almost killed by Vasquez. That's true. That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gone away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Is it yaoi, man? Is it? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't you ever show your face in front of me again. Naruto! That's what I came in to tell you. Sasuke! Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if they're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? I don't know. I saw the curtains closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh yeah, they made the Pink Princess. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WPW gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. Well, he's been a princess, so I don't think they will. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. That's a good story. Good ending.
That's the end of Turnabout Samurai. Only according to some fanfics and arts, lol. Turnabout Samurai complete. Now we've got Turnabout Goodbyes. Seems to be some old people in this one. Alright, that was episode 3 complete. I want to thank everybody for watching. And episode 4 will be have to do another day. I don't know if you guys know, but recently, actually just today, Yakuza, the new Yakuza came out. And I played all the Yakuza games. So Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii or whatever with Majima. I'll be playing that after this. So I'll probably be playing that for like a month. And then after I'm finished that, maybe Platinum Day, we'll be coming back to Ace Attorney. So thank you for watching. Graph Studios, thank you for following. Blitz, thanks for watching. Sorry I won't be playing this for like a month or something. But I will eventually get back to it. I've just got a new game to play. But after I'm done with that, I'll come back to this. This is why I wanted to finish this episode. I'm not going to look at those fanfics, Blitz. I don't want to see the yaoi between Edgeworth and Wright. 07. I don't know what that means. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're interested in Yakuza or anything, or pirates, you can check out the when I stream next time. Hard Pass? Yeah, I guess it's not everyone's cup of tea. Fighting games and stuff. I mean, if you're watching Ace Attorney, yeah, it's a bit more intellectual than but yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.